Good morning, junior and senior infants. I hope you're all doing great today. Now, for the last few weeks in science, we've been talking all about living and non-living things. Now, you might remember there was 4 questions that we needed to ask ourselves if we wanted to figure out if something was a living or a non-living thing. Can you remember what they are? Let's go through them. So the first question we need to ask ourselves is, can this thing move by itself? The second thing we need to ask ourselves is, does this thing grow and change throughout its life? The third question we need to ask is, does this thing need food and water to survive? And the fourth question we need to ask is, does this thing have air to breathe? Okay? And we've been talking all about how plants and animals and ourselves humans are all living things. So we all grow and change. We all need food and water, we all breathe the same air, and we can all move by ourselves, can't we? And we've also learned that each living thing goes through what we call a life cycle. And the life cycle means that the living thing is born, and it grows, and then it develops and changes throughout its life, and this continues. So we've been learning about the butterfly life cycle, and today we're going to learn all about the life cycle of the chicken. Are you ready? So let's go through each stage of the chicken life cycle. So we start with the adult chicken. It looks a little like this. And the female chicken we call a hen, and the boy chicken we call a rooster. So our female hen, what they do is they are the ones who lay the eggs. So our hen is the start of the life cycle. So next our hen lays the eggs and has them in a little nest looking just like this. And what the hen does is the hen sits on top of these eggs for about 20 days, and she sits on the eggs so that she can keep them safe and warm while the little chicks are developing inside the eggs. So that's our next stage. The hen lays the egg and sits on top of the eggs for about 20 days so that they can stay nice and safe and warm until they're ready to hatch. So the next stage we call our hatching stage. This is a very exciting stage. So once the chick has grown inside the egg, it's ready to get out. So it uses its beak, and what it does is it pokes against the shell until it finally starts to crack, and it slowly makes its way out of the egg. So our next stage is the hatching stage. Now, once it's hatched out of the egg, we can call it a chick. Now, when the chick is first hatched out of the egg, it comes out very wet, but the wetness dries off very quickly. And then, what it has on its body is called down. It's soft little fur to keep them safe and warm while they're babies. And eventually, after a few months, they grow feathers and begin to grow larger until you can call them a hen as well. So the chicken is growing and growing until it grows its own feathers and is just as big as this hen here, or it may grow up to be a rooster. And then, guess what? The cycle starts all over again. So that chicken will grow up to be a hen, and the hen will lay its own eggs. And what they'll do is they're going to sit on those eggs, keep them nice and safe for 20 days until they're finally ready for the hatching stage. And the hatching stage, we know what happens. They use their beak and they peck against the little shell until it finally cracks open and they're finally ready to make their way out. And then we have our little wet chicken with its soft little down fur. And once it's dried, it's ready to go. And the chick eventually grows up to be a hen. And it goes all around again. Isn't that wonderful? Senior and junior infants, are we ready to watch a little baby chick hatching out of its shell? As you can see, started. So it's been using its beak to peck at the shell and slowly break, and soon it will be ready to let the chick out. Let's have a watch. So you might see him inside a little bit moving around. So he's pecking his beak and making even more cracks around the shell to break free. I think he's nearly ready. Oh, he's out. Oh, isn't he gorgeous, junior and senior infants? Isn't that a gorgeous baby chick? Now, down his fur is quite grown, but just out of the egg. Soon it will dry down and be gorgeous, soft fur to keep him nice and warm as a baby chick. Isn't he lovely? New baby chick. He's gorgeous. And have a look. Here's his fur all dried. Isn't that gorgeous? And don't we know now that this chick is going to grow up to be either a mammy hen or a daddy rooster, and the cycle is going to start all over again. Now, isn't that a wonderful video to watch? Now, junior and senior infants, let's see if we can use what we've learned today to fill out these questions here. So let's have a look. Choose a word to complete the sentence. Let's have a look at our word list. So we have chick, chicken, hatchling, and egg. So we've done all these words today when learning about the life cycle of the chicken. So the first one, I-C-A. Now have a look at our picture. That's right, that's a chicken. So we'll bring chicken up to the top here. I-C-A, chicken. Excellent, good job, junior and seniors. Now, I-C-An. Now what do we see here? That's right, it's an egg. So we'll bring our egg up to the white box here. I-C-An, egg. Great job. Now, the next one here, I-C-A. Now, while you're looking at the picture here, notice that the little chick is still inside its shell, so it's still hatching out of its shell. So what would we call that? That's right, it's a hatchling. So I-C-A, hatchling, because it's still hatching out of its shell. Now, I-C-A. That's right, junior and senior infants, it's a chick. So we have I-C-A, chick. Excellent. Now, what I want you all to do is to answer these questions and write the sentences down into your copies. And I also want you to do this activity here. Now, what I want you to do here is our chicken life cycle. So exactly what we've been learning today. So you're going to place the labels in the correct order. So the words we have are the same words we've done already. So chicken, chick, egg, and hatchling. Now on the picture here, you'll see a picture of each stage of the life cycle. So this one here, and it has a white box right beside it. So you're going to find the word down here and drag it all the way up, okay? And then you're going to send it on to me on Seesaw so that I can see. Now, one last time, let's revise our life cycle. So we start here with the adult chicken. And the adult female chicken is called a hen, and the male adult chicken is called a rooster. So the female chicken or hen, she lays the egg. And what she does is she sits on top of the egg to keep the eggs safe and nice and warm so that they can grow and develop inside the eggs. And then, once they're ready, we go to the hatching stage. So the chicks inside are now ready to hatch, so they use their beaks to peek against the shell until it finally breaks and they're able to make their way out of the shell. And then they're a baby chick. And the baby chick starts off very wet because it's just out of the egg, but soon it dries and you'll see lovely soft fur, which we call down. And eventually, after a few months, the chick grows to have long feathers like the hen here and grows up to be either the female hen or the male rooster. Now, isn't that excellent? Great job, junior and senior infants, and send that work on to me on Seesaw once you're finished. You've done a great job today. I'll see you again tomorrow.